Hey, good afternoon. Dan here at StockMarketMentor.com. Listen, this is a real bloodbath, and there's no real let up here. Every day seems like the bottom, and then the very next day you go, crap. Well, I guess it's not the bottom. It's a money-sucking environment, and I want you to, I'm trying to get you through it without too much damage here. And if you're not a member, you might or might not know this, but we've really been in cash for quite a while here, and I've been urging, just patience. I don't know what's going to happen. Not going to tell you that I do. I'll specifically and fiercely tell you that I don't. The market's broken. In today's strategy session, it's a little over half an hour. I'm talking about breadth indicators and various other things that are kind of at historical levels here, and the market's still going down. So I will just say this. There's going to be one hell of an opportunity. We just don't know when. Could be tomorrow. It could be 3 weeks from tomorrow or 6 weeks tomorrow. If I was a betting man, and I'm actually not, I would say in 3 weeks. I mean, literally, that's what I'm looking at, like mid-April. April Fools, probably going to be a day for fools, but I'm looking at, 3 or 4 weeks is when I think we're going to really start to see some clarity, because things are going to get worse on the coronavirus thing before they get better. Even if they're actually not worse, and I don't know whether they are or not, it's not my deal. But with all the testing, now they had an issue with testing, and now that seems to be resolved, but I don't know. That's just what I hear. But with more testing, there's going to be, oh my God, it's an increase. Well, no, there's just like more discovery. It's been there. And so the market's going to have to sift through that. We're going to have to get through all the idiots on CNBC, none of whom actually trade. I'm not really talking about the quote traders like Fast Money guys. I don't watch that show, but just some of the commentators, and I won't say who they are because I know most of them. But they're talking about closing the markets, and stuff like that. I'll just take away any tact that I have, which is a small amount in the first place, but that's the dumbest ass thing I've ever heard. You don't close the markets. What? It's like an ostrich sticking its head in the sand to get away from all the the lions and tigers that are out there wanting to eat it. Only thing that happens is the head's eaten last on that deal. So when the markets are trading, and I would say, frankly, they're trading orderly. They really are. I mean, circuit breakers are being hit. Okay, well, that's what circuit breakers are for, right? But I'd say these markets are trading orderly. And the reason they're down so much, is because of all the unknowns. This is not an, oh crap, Mnuchin and his string bikini, high-heeled wife were cocktailing down in Cabo, and Mnuchin calls in and says, by the way, I checked with all the banks, there's no liquidity crisis. And people are freaking out going, what? I didn't know that was a possibility. Sell, sell, sell. I mean, this isn't something stupid like this. This is a big unknown. And so I would say, and markets hate uncertainty. I would say this is a function of price discovery in the midst of fact discovery. All the facts are not out there. And because of that, the fear, the hate, whatever of uncertainty that traders have is being seen in the charts. But I will tell you this. First of all, take a breath. It's the flu. It's the flu. If you have it, chances are you're going to recover. Chances are that the old fart that you just met, who's been smoking for 30 years, or I'll say it, the young guy, whatever, who just happens to have it bad, somebody's going to die from it, but the chances are it's not going to be you, okay? So hope springs eternal. Life is good. Life will go on. We're not going to die as a planet, regardless of what all these idiots are saying. So this idea of closing the markets, that is almost like signifying a bottom, right there. When I hear people talk about that, I'm going, oh my God, I've got to step in and buy. The idiots are now running Mensa. And so, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But I will say what we have to have happen. I hadn't planned on this video going so long. I was going to tell you that Zoom video is a good stock to hold, and I've been holding it, and it's the only one I'm halfway comfortable holding. Instead, I'm going off onto this thing, but that's me. I'm a wordsmith. Bottom line is this. What you're forgetting about is the x-axis, the time axis. It takes time for bottoms to form, wherever it is. If it's here, it certainly wasn't here. Maybe it'll be down here. Maybe it'll be down here. I'll have to change the chart resolution. But at some point, we're going to get a bottom. We're going to get more zigzags. A low is going to hold, and none of them have so far. This one didn't hold. This one didn't hold. This one didn't hold. Maybe this one will or not. But at some point, we are going to get some stabilization. And I'm telling you, if you have cash on the sidelines, and by the way, if you're full up in stock and you don't have cash, I hate to tell you this, but don't sell now. It's too late. It's too late to sell. Just suck it up. Ride it out, and then resolve that the next time this type of thing starts happening, you get out early. That's the way. And what's early? I'll tell you when. Like I told you here, and I'm not the only guy. I know Mark Minervini was telling people I think even before this thing, before the S&P broke the 50-day moving average. I think Mark was, and I'm one of his subscribers. I just forget exactly when he was saying it, but sell, sell, sell. And it's because all these stocks were breaking down even though the index held up. So you got to be paying attention to this type stuff, but all you're doing now is locking in a big loss. Just suck it up, ride it out, and you're going to be fine. But the rest of you, if you have cash, you are in the catbird seat, man, because you don't have to make money tomorrow or next week or next month. You really don't. You have cash. What you got to do is wait. I would rather wait 5 months and make a double than wait a day and make 10%. Okay, I care about the big bucks, not the little chippies here, not the little pennies and nickels on day trades. And so I want you thinking that way too. And by the way, we're having for members a webinar on Wednesday to talk about not how to prosper. Not right now anyway, but how to prosper basically when the coast is clear. So we're going to be setting people up on that, and I'm also going to be talking about a couple things that I've got going on that I think that are basically going to round out the Stock Market Mentor, portfolio of products to give you the complete trading system that you need, that I wished was around when I first started trading, but nobody thought of it. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday. If you're not a member, I would recommend becoming a member. It's a free 30-day trial if you haven't been a member before, so you're good. We're picking up members, actually, in a really crappy market. I'm actually blown away. We're actually gaining members, and I love it. Hopefully, you're going to be one of them. So let's look at Zoom video 8 minutes into this deal. Okay, what I like about this is that the stock is holding up. Look at the relative strength line on this. Relative to the S&P, this thing is crushing it. It is literally the only stock that I'm comfortable holding. I own some Microsoft. The way this thing's going, I'll probably be out of this stock in the next couple days. If this support level does not hold, I'm down on it a little bit. But I'm hanging on to it just because it hasn't been down enough to hit my stop. And from a relative strength standpoint, actually, this has been doing pretty good too. But from 190 down like 27%, if you were long at the top, you're down 27%. All the relative strength in the world isn't going to make you feel better. So don't join me on that trade. Zoom, as long as this stays above, say, 105, 100 on the absolute max, I would say, you're good to go. This is a stock that's supposed to do well in a, what is it, a social distancing thing? as a homebody and a hermit, like I live my life in social distance, but now everybody else is catching on to my trend. And so this is a stock that's working as long as it stays above. I would literally, I'm not looking at all these other distance lines down here. I would say as long as the stock stays above like 104, I think you're good to go. But if it falls below then, I wouldn't be owning it. But I think this is an okay one to get. So anyway, look, that's it. I'll see you later.